Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm using this collection by Blvd for this layout today. And I love the fact that they put a pattern paper on the back side of their collection pack sheets. You saw me there make a little heart shape with my hands in the very beginning. I think it's awesome that they have switched to that. This collection is called Valentina, and I'm not sure the date of this collection. It's a couple years old, but I looked everywhere for a date and I just could not find one, so I'm sorry about that part. But I am going to scrapbook these two photos of some flowers that my husband gave for me for Valentine's Day in 2017. It's a little bit of a funny story. So we live near a Safeway, and that's usually where he either sneaks up in the morning to get the flowers, or that's usually where he gets his flowers from for me, if he gets it for a holiday or a, anniversary. Excuse me. And I told him this year, I said, they're not always the best up at this Safeway. They're kind of crappy, let's be honest. They don't last very long, and they're just not the best. So this year, a couple days before Valentine's Day, I said to him, I sure hope I get some better flowers than Safeway this year. And he actually listened. Good for him. He had some flowers, these flowers, ordered for me and had them delivered, and they were some of the prettiest flowers that he has ever purchased for me or gotten for me. So I was in love. Now I am doing a single page today. Obviously, I just have the two photos. This is a good way to do if you have one vertical and one horizontal photo. This makes up a good way to do those photos. Some people struggle with having just those two sizes of photos. You will see how I place them in just a few minutes. So I took a class from Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine I mentioned in another video, and they do a double page layout, and then the designer does a single page layout, and I am going off of the single page layout. I'm not following it exactly. I'm kind of doing my own little thing, but I really like how this turns out. It's a little different, but I really like it. So I am going to ink all my edges with my black Close to My Heart ink, and there you can see the two photos. Please excuse me, I am still fighting off something. I don't know, I sound funny all the time. I am going to trim my photos down just a hair because I wanted to mount them. I think I cut them to 5.5 by 4 instead of 4 by 6. I wanted to mount them on that red piece of the pattern paper, but I didn't want the pink to show, and so I just wanted to be able to cut this in half and have just that part of the red show behind the photos. So that's why I trimmed down the photos just a hair. And I'm also going to play around because I did put that border sticker that goes across the page. It's not a sticker, it's just a piece of the border sticker sheet. And I put it across the page. So I am going to tweak my photos and have them kind of be on the page kind of in a wonky fashion, just so that I just want more of that border piece to show with the X's and O's on it. So there you saw me mounting my photos, and I just wanted a slight bit of the red to show from behind them, just to help them pop off the page a little bit more. And you can see I've laid them on the layout there, and I really like how they kind of fell when I just kind of placed them on there. So I like the little bit of wonky. The other one will go on fairly straight. I can't remember if I put it on completely straight or just a little bit, but this is a good way to put two photos if you struggle putting a horizontal and a vertical one. Yeah, I do put that one on straight, but I do leave a lot of that border showing, as you can see. And I'm going to ink the edges. I went ahead and inked the edges of the white cardstock background too, since everything else was inked along the whole side. So I went ahead and did that also. And there's not a whole lot. I don't have like a huge ephemera pack or anything. I basically just have the sticker sheet and some cut apart sheets and a couple little sticker sheets that you could purchase with this collection. So I did struggle a little bit with what I wanted the title to be, but I was so excited after I started working with the alphabet that came with the collection. And then I remembered I've had these like chipboard alphas forever, And when I remembered that, I got very excited because I haven't wanted to get rid of these because I really like the deep red color. And so I've had these again forever, and I was excited when I remembered them, and I'm going to use these for my title instead of the alphabet that came with it. And mainly just because it's a little bit deeper of a red, and also because it's chipboard, so it has a little more dimension. And I'm going to fit the word flowers in there. And those chipboard stickers are so old, and there was no adhesive to them at all, so it was rather easy to move them around and put them wherever I wanted. And you saw me go back and forth. I originally thought I would put them above the photo, and looking at them on the video, they stuck out a lot more above the one photo than they did when I was doing this layout in person. And so I have them temporarily sitting down below the other photos on the right hand side. I wasn't sure I liked them there, mostly because the way the F starts on the pattern paper and the rest of the letters really stand out, but that is where it's going to end up going. I really like the way it goes there, and I did get a little sticker off that sheet and tucked it above the word flowers, and it says Valentine, so the title will actually read Valentine Flowers. This layout is actually going to take me a little bit of time to figure out how I want to have everything. I really love the colors. I love the way that the papers match the flowers really well. But like I said, because I didn't have any ephemera pieces or anything, I'm trying to use just what's in the collection and not really pull anything else in. I probably could have looked for something else to pull in to add to this layout, but I really wanted to just kind of try to use up some more of this collection. And I will have another video coming up hopefully soon where I use this collection for something completely different than Valentine's Day. And I saw this star, so I decided to go ahead and add that star sticker there above the letter W and next to the word Valentine. And I'm kind of making the letters a little wonky also along with the photos, so the photos are all crooked, so I'm making the letters a little crooked, and partly because the word flowers wouldn't fit. I didn't want the F to go over the photo, so to get all those letters to fit in there, I had to make them a little wonky, but I actually really like the way it looks, so I think it just kind of goes with the fun playfulness of the layout. So I have glued down all those letters, which I always add extra glue to chipboard anyway, even if it still seems sticky. I highly suggest, I will always suggest that you add extra adhesive to your chipboard. So then I had these circle stickers, or this little sticker sheet, and I'm just going to take some of these circle stickers and for a playful element add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I did an odd number, maybe, I can't really remember, but I'm going to put them along the photo there on the right hand side. And so the title and that star sticker is pretty much going to be my first cluster, and then I'm going to have another cluster above the left photo and a cluster above the right photo, and you can see me working on it there. I went back and forth whether or not I wanted the black tab or the white tab above this photo on the right hand side. And the stickers that were in this collection, I'm not sure if it's because it's a little older collection also, the adhesive seemed okay, but I do add a little bit extra adhesive to some of them. A couple of them I've actually used, instead of foam tape, I'm just using glue dots. I like to do that if I don't really want to pop something up off the page too much, but I want a little tiny bit of dimension. Glue dots, I feel like they add a little tiny bit of dimension, but like I said, without popping it up as much as a foam tape does. So I had that star sticker in the right hand cluster, the pink star sticker, and then there was another black sticker, and I added it in the cluster on the left hand side. And in a little while I'm going to decide that it would look really good if I had a star in all the clusters, so I will go ahead and add one to the top cluster. And then I decided, because there is just a little bit of pop of black here and there, I wanted to mount my entire layout onto this black piece of cardstock. And I have to say, in the end, I'm not sure if I like it with the black background or not. It's okay. I just wonder if I would have maybe liked it better with a deep red one or something else, but that's okay. It's glued down now and it looks good in the end, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm going to get that all glued down, and I'm just taking my scrappy tape like I like to do. It makes it a little easier to line it up so you don't have to worry about making sure it's straight with ATG adhesive. And I'm going to add just a couple more things in this cluster up here in the top, and here's where I'm adding the other star. I did play around a little bit with where I wanted that star. I didn't want the star to be real prominent, but I like the fact that the 3 stars kind of help lead your eye around the page. I'm not super crazy about the way the clusters look, but I do like the page. And I think this right here that I'm showing you, I believe this is from Nuvo Drops, and I'm going to show you up closer. I didn't know if you could see. They're little hearts. Oh, excuse me, they're not from Nuvo Drops. They're from the Nuvo company, but what it is just little confetti, and I think it's made to go mostly in shaker cards, but I've seen a couple people add them to cards, just a few sprinkled around here and there like I'm doing on the layout, and I loved it. So I got some to see how I like them on my layouts, and I just love the way this brings it all together. It kind of brings the whole page together and adds to the playfulness. So all I do, you can see me put some excuse me, let me start that over. I just drop some of that Tombow mono glue, and I don't even squeeze the glue. I basically just tap the tiny bit of the, a lot of times there's a little glue left over at the top. I tap the tiny bit just so you can see me kind of just tapping it there, and I do squeeze just a little bit if needed. And then I just take my little quick sticks picker-upper tool and I glue them down, and you can see how it brings the layout together. So I hope you guys like this layout. It's a single page this time, and I really like how it turns out. I did add some journaling, which I think you can see here at the end. And thanks for watching. Let me know below if you have any comments. Please hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.